This is Martin Wong here from Traders Truth Review. I'd like to welcome you to another session of the closing bell for week ending 9th of December 2011. We are just 3 more weeks to the closing at the year end, and things hasn't been looked good. What was supposed to be turned out last night in the ECB of more bond purchase buying was definitely been denying as such that there were only an interest rate cut. Because of that, the market did not take very well of what has happened in the European market. That has caused the Dow Jones sell down almost 200 points. The S&P were down 2%, down about 26 points, as well as the Nasdaq was down 52 points. So they didn't take it well. Let's look at the US chart first. What has happened yesterday. Let me just blow this up. As you can see, yesterday was a pinnacle, but it is quite expected as the market was doing first test, second test, and this is the third test to break into the new high, and that is definitely going to be a resistance. Let me just show you what I mean by here. So now this is very critical. We come to a junction. At one point of time, we have to break above this 12,200 level. Then we will see it higher, testing the 12,700. Because if the European is not solved, then the market is likely to drift back to the 200 moving average, which is 11,940 level, and then the market may poise for another sell down from here. Because what has happened from the end of November to the first week of December, the momentum has been made that the ECB will somehow turn to a solution, either of printing money. But in my honest opinion, I think eventually ECB will have to print money, considering the amount of interest that they have to serve by selling all the bonds in there. So they have no choice by printing. So I would potentially see upside, but however, the market may congest a few more weeks, as you still have 3 more weeks before the market break above the Dow Jones in here. Let me just switch to a weekly chart, and you would see what I mean. Okay, there you go. See, this represents a strong resistance to break. So it's not just going to break up like that. If it did, and the volume since then has sort of like string. So we will see what is going to be happening tonight, whether the market will close slightly back to around 12,050 level here. Okay, let's look at the across the no, before we look at it, let's look back at our KLSE first. I think that's the most important, where everyone is looking at. Last week, as I said before, we have this gap up, unconfirmed uptrust, and then finally when the market broke through the 1470 level in here to 1460, that's what we can say. This uptrust in here is confirmed. Now we have the what's going to happen now. We will see, we are looking out for some sort of a test here at this level. The 1460 level is still providing some sort of support as we have it here. You can see better with a weekly chart. There you go. Right now, this, if you look from the points of the VSA, this may be a 2-bar reversal. Okay, a 2-bar reversal. Let me just refresh the screen again. Look like a 2-bar reversal, and you have some sort of double top. Now this is important. Now, if next week, for the December week ending the 16th of December, if the market were to break to the 1450 level in here and not have some sort of like a spring or long doji here, then the market may look very, very bad. We may see the 1502 level that we see here will be the high of December, and the market was going to go down. As you can see, the volume so far we had, let me just refresh this again, it's definitely oh, look at that, the volume is definitely very high. So there's a lot of selling in here. Oh, it pops back in again. So I believe this is the right volume here. Okay, so the volume here is very high, meaning there's a lot of sellers coming in here. So we want to see 1460 is very little hold or not. So going on to next week, it may looks a bit biased to the downside here with a possible congestion. So unless I see sign of strength, either a 2-bar reversal or spring or stopping volume here, market definitely is going to move sideways to downwards. Now let's look at the regional market now. Okay, our first thing on look is Hang Seng. Doesn't make sense because lots of gap here. What I want to do is switch to a weekly chart and comment from here. Now from a weekly chart, you can see it's definitely moving at the downtrend in here, still hitting the top resistance of the downtrend channel in here, and we are possibly forming a triangle, right? Let me just, now this triangle in here, you can see it's going to be a resistance up at the 1950. So it's coming to a pinnacle point where the market is going to be break up or breaking down. So far we have seen the down wave that we see in here. It's very long. Okay, we have a very long down wave in here, then we have an up wave in here, we have a very shorter down wave in here. Down, that's good, right? Because every time when you see a down wave in here, and this is going to be swinging up. So if you are biased on the upside,